Hi, I'm Francesca James, the founder of the Great British Entrepreneur Awards and Community. The coronavirus pandemic has caused chaos for many UK businesses, yet the crisis does seem to have brought out the raw entrepreneur in some business owners and leaders. In this series, we're shining a spotlight on and speaking to the entrepreneurs behind businesses who have adopted a plan B or changed their business by pivoting to models to either still serve their customers or help the country in an entirely different way. Tell us what your business was pre-pandemic.
Yeah. So Ping Pong Fight Clubs, they are intercompany ping pong tournaments, networking parties, and team building events that are wholly different. My idea was to create an experience that was not your run-of-the-mill experience, bringing people together in an inclusive way in spectacular locations like the Corn Exchange in Leeds, iconic buildings, and mimicking the Fight Club experience, but all around social ping pong. So it would feature DJs and large screens and beer pong and VR headsets, but really from the intern to the CEO, it was all about breaking down those barriers, breaking down those departmental silos and bringing people together in something that was escapist. And we did this on a city-by-city basis. So the premise was an intercompany ping pong tournament where people would choose 4 players to represent their company and their company's honor, and then everybody would kind of come in and have a really amazing night of music and interaction. So this went to 8 cities very quickly, and we were sponsored by Qingdao, Chinese beer company. And we created amazing content, and we grew literally from 1 city to 8 in about 4 years. And that was my pre-COVID, social events brand.
Okay, so your business is largely about bringing lots of people together physically, in physical spaces. So your world was turned upside down a few months ago. So how have you managed to pivot an events business that's about people and atmosphere in this new world?
So how have I done it? That's a very good question. I ask myself that. I don't quite know the answer, really. Necessity being the mother of invention, I suppose. Once I realized that my physical realm had become almost redundant overnight, and I had to cancel a year's worth of events with my clients and ping pong fight clubs all around the city. I then went online and I heard the story of other event planners from all over the world and entrepreneurs and the way they had been dusting themselves down and using technology to innovate the experience and reach out to a new digital audience, and how they were moving things around. And because my skills were based around entertaining people and holding people's attention and giving them an opportunity to embrace social ping pong as an icebreaker, I then started to create videos at home for people to be active, inclusive, get their housemates and families together and interact with me online. And they became very popular. I did a series of about 13 or 14 of them. And then one day I was asked to host a quiz online using some ping pong skills, and one thing led to another. I met up with the platform owner where I was hosting the quiz, and she loved what I did. And I said, look, let's get together and create Ping Pong Fight Club's online challenge show. And so she said, that's just bonkers. And I said, it is. Let's trial it. So I created a whole new series of challenge videos. I wrote a script. I was the ping pong game show host, and we launched it last Saturday, and it's been going really, really well. The media have already picked up on it. We have got great content and videos now, which so every Saturday I'm broadcasting my show, and now we've got corporates booking their own tailored shows, and it's rather fantastic that it's just come around like this. And I don't, like I said, I don't know, but necessity is the mother of invention, I would say, is where I've come from on this.
I think that is a brilliant quote that a lot of entrepreneurs can certainly relate to right now. When we enter a new normal, and there's so many question marks around when that will be and what that will look like, do you think that you'll take any of the digital elements that you've invented and created during the pandemic into that? And then what do you think the new normal might look like for you guys going forward?
I'm very excited about the new digital world. And I never thought I would be so much as I am right now, and the possibilities. I myself have upskilled and learned so much about broadcasting and using different broadcasting platforms such as Zoom, and how to use the psychology, because we're all humans at the end of the day, and we all feel, joy, sadness, laughter. And for me to be able to communicate what I do and get that message across, I want to go for it digitally. I want to be able to reach a global audience. I want to be able to touch, I want to straddle cultural divides across the world, and maybe have a network of people hosting Ping Pong Fight Club's online challenge shows in different languages. And I want to use technology, for example, like VR technology, and I want to develop our own games so that corporates and people could have an app that we create, right, which makes them independent, but also connects us digitally back into the show as well. So there's all sorts of possibilities that could then run alongside the physical realm when we're ready to get back in and have large gatherings together. So I would like to see that works symmetrically.
And are you optimistic about the future, Ed?
Very much so. Yes, I am an eternal optimist. I put my hands up. Absolutely, I am. And I feel that the basic human instinct to be part of something, okay, admittedly, we've been separated in a very connected world. And what's that shown to us is that we want to belong. But how do we do that under the circumstances? And we make the best of what we have, and it is a new world, and there will be a new normal. Things will never be the same again, I don't believe, but they'll be driven by emotion. And if we can get that across in some way, whether that's digitally and eventually back into the physical realm, then good, that's what we want. And we have to adapt, but I believe in the future. I really do.
Fantastic. That's spoken like a true entrepreneur. And I absolutely cannot wait until we can do a Great British Entrepreneurs Ping Pong event in collaboration with you guys. I think it would be absolutely fantastic.
Well, it would be my pleasure. Let's push the boundaries together. Let's push those envelopes out and really, show what British entrepreneurship is all about. And I'm just glad to be part of, that wonderful fraternity. And thank you very much for having me on your show, if you like, or soon to be.